rug slides like no other.
Okay.
And you'll be sliding on the sofa too. Together you're just a big old slide. Yep, that's why the rug is slick, is what I was just saying. Look how white I am next to you. I don't understand it. Is it because my hair is darker than yours?
It's because I'm pink.
Why?
I'm a lobster.
Why?
What if I leave the room and then you can call for me and I'll come in?
That would be perfect. Like a special guest.
Yeah.
I'll put in a laugh track and a clap track for you.
Okay, go.
But don't listen to me.
Okay.
Are you listening?
What?
Nothing. Hey Peaches, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a gift guide for you guys. Especially for you guys, I have Dustin that is going to help me today on this. I wanted him to sit down specifically to help because I feel like there are tons of gift guides for guys. That's a tongue twister. There are tons of them already that you can find online, but they are very specific to a specific kind of guy, and they all sort of seem the same to me. So we're gonna have Dustin come in. I'm going to tell him what I can normally find as far as gift guides go, and I'm going to tell you guys why I think Dustin has like a unique view on this. Yay, it's Dustin! Okay, so what I was just saying is that I feel like there are a lot of gift guides, but that a lot of them are very specific to a specific kind of guy.
Right.
So, the ones that I always find are specifically for, and it's not that there's anything wrong with these, it's that they're unhelpful for me because Dustin doesn't really fall into a lot of these categories. They're for sports, specifically football, they're for hunting, they're for beer or alcohol. What was some of the other things that I showed you? Cologne.
It all seems like stuff that it's written by women. This is what we think guys like.
And some guys might like it, but I always feel like when I'm looking for a gift guide, when I see those, I'm like, Dustin doesn't wear cologne, we don't drink, like, Dustin and I are not super, like, watching every single football game every single Sunday, so those are not super helpful to me. So if you had to categorize yourself into, like, your taste, like, if you were writing a gift guide for the blank man, what would you call it?
What type of man?
Yeah, like on some of them, let's say there's like a gift guide for your boyfriend who hunts, or for your boyfriend that loves whiskey, or for your boyfriend that loves whatever, football.
For the guy that is a kid at heart.
Okay, that's a good one. So ours, this little gift guide doesn't have any alcohol, hunting, football, or anything like that. We tried to do things that Dustin either already has, or he has a couple things he's going to talk about that he doesn't have. So I'm going to let you take it away.
Well, I told Sarah before we started that one thing that I think is important is if you're trying to find out like what you should get for a guy in your life, get to know him like personally, because a lot of these things, like if you're talking about cologne or like some of them are like it's like a barbecue set and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, this probably is something that guys would use, but it doesn't show that you know the person you're buying for. It just shows that all you know about them is that they're a man. And that's not I mean, as a gift receiver, it's nice to get anything, but also part of what's fun is like getting something that is specific to you, and I think everybody's this way. It's like, wanting to get something that's like, oh, how did you know I wanted this? Or, yeah, I've been thinking about buying myself this thing. But like, if it's a tie or it's a cologne or whatever, it's like, I can use it, but it's not specific to me or
It's
what
not
I've wanted.
personalized, kind of.
Right. So a lot of this is just kind of stuff, I hope, sort of like that. One of the first things that I have is something that I love, which is my Key Smart. And I love any gadget that helps me get organized or feel like I'm streamlining my life. So the Key Smart is awesome because you can put all of your keys inside of it like this and carry it around, and it's one simple thing that goes in your pocket. It doesn't take up much room, but you still get to carry all of your keys in one handy package. So I love stuff like that. Going along with that is the Nomadic wallet. The Nomadic wallet is awesome, and they're not really expensive, but it's just a simple card carry wallet, and it does have a little place for cash that you kind of fold up and put inside. It's not great for cash. I don't use a lot of cash, so it doesn't bother me. If your specific person that you're buying for loves using cash, this may not be the gift for them, but just look for something that helps minimize what you're carrying. I switched from a back pocket wallet to this front pocket wallet a while back, and I've loved it. And it's great for your back as well. So
Yeah, I was going to say two things on that if I can.
yes.
So the reason that wallet is a good wallet choice is because you guys do typically carry your wallet in your back pocket.
Right.
And our chiropractor said that is a terrible, terrible habit to have your wallet in your back pocket.
It makes your hips kind of off center.
Unaligned, yeah.
Exactly.
So that's why that's a good gift.
Yep.
And then I was going to say, Key Smart has a lot of good gadgets, and they've been really, really good to work with. We got that first Key Smart for you like a year ago, right?
Yeah, maybe a year ago.
For about a year. It was right under a year, and you can actually, if something goes wrong, if it's not quite working, if it's broken or whatever, you can email them within a year, I think it is, and they will replace it for free. And
Right.
So I had to email them because Dustin's broke, and
I was really rough on it. It's a really good product, but I was just super rough on it, and they replaced it for free.
Replaced it for free.
And as far as gadgets go, the only thing I have on here right now is a bottle opener, which is great. But they also have like USB flash drives and like quick disconnect if you need like an ID card or anything like that that would be connected to it. They have flashlights and little screwdrivers.
And this has tile on it?
And this does have tile on it. So this is the more top of the line Key Smart. So it has tile on it and a little flashlight built in actually. So you have to charge it. But you can use the Tile app on your phone to find your keys if you're prone to losing them. I'm not, so I don't really use it very much, but yes,
It's a nice feature.
it is a great feature. The next thing that goes along with like organizing and just keeping things simple is AirPods. These are the actual Apple AirPods, but you can find wireless headphones from
tons of
a
companies
bunch of different places now. They're all Bluetooth, and that's great. But I highly recommend these, especially if you have an iPhone, because they sync very easily. And I also use them at work because I work on a MacBook. It'll connect to that as well. So when I get to work, I disconnect from my phone, connect to my computer, and it's super simple and easy to disconnect and reconnect. So I use these pretty much all day, every day, and they are super simple because I don't have all those cables that I have to carry around with me and worry about getting them tangled and whatever. So this is a great thing, and if your person that you're buying for is really into listening to music or podcasts or anything like that, this is great. And honestly, it's a lot cheaper than buying like a new car stereo or something like that that would have hands-free. So if your person commutes a lot like I do, it's great. I can put in one as like a traditional Bluetooth kind of style and talk on the phone while I drive. So anyway, great.
And there's tons too if you get something like that accessory wise. You know, there's a lot of cases and like holders and everything. So sometimes if someone already has one of the, like the big part of the gift, you can definitely get them some accessories or extra chargers or anything like that.
Going along with that, this is actually Sarah's iPad. She's got a nice big, I think it's a 12-inch iPad. So anyway, this is a great gift idea as well. I like to draw. That's something that I do to kind of just pass the time and decompress, and if I'm in a meeting, I'll just doodle. So I'm always like texting Sarah doodles on paper. This is a great thing to replace that, and then also it's just great to kind of have around, and if you're surfing the internet or whatever. So a lot of people already have tablets. This is nothing new, but it is super useful, and if you can swing it, this is a great gift.
What kind of pen do you think is the best for those?
So for the iPad specifically, the Apple Pencil second generation is great because it actually is magnetic. It clings to the side of the iPad and charges that way. So it's super easy to keep it charged and ready to go. So that's what I would recommend. Yeah.
Again, for accessories, when I got that for my birthday, I felt like I did not want to touch it until I had a case on it. So again, either if they already have the big part of the gift, giving them accessories like a case. I know that there's a lot of cases that have a keyboard with it, and I feel like this day and age, maybe some people use a tablet as a computer, and so if you have a case that has a keyboard in it, that's super helpful too.
And a lot of guys are tough on their electronics anyway. I just made a run up to Sherwin-Williams to get some paint and dropped my phone out of my car onto the concrete. Luckily I had it in a nice OtterBox, so that's a really great way to protect it as well. So OtterBox I highly recommend, and they'll do the same thing KeySmart does, which is if it gets damaged within a certain time frame, they'll replace it.
And OtterBox has iPad cases too.
They do. The next thing I would say is a Nintendo Switch. I love my Nintendo Switch. I use it pretty much every day, almost every day. Sarah now has a Switch Lite, and she loves that. The difference is the Switch Lite does not connect to a TV, whereas this does connect to a television. I like that functionality, but if you would rather use it as a handheld, then you can just buy the Switch Lite. It saves you some money, and if you're not worried about connecting to a television, then that functionality doesn't matter to you anyway. So.
And the Lite doesn't have detachable
Joy-Cons.
Joy-Cons.
But these are detachable. These are the controllers. So I know the Switch can be a little bit difficult to find, especially around the holidays, but it's a great gift. Some games that I recommend for it. Super Mario Odyssey, it's a classic. You can't go wrong with a Mario game. Luigi's Mansion 3, I think, may be one of my favorite Nintendo Switch games. It's long and it's fun, and then you can also get like free-to-play games like Rocket League on here, which is super fun, especially if you're going to be playing with friends. Mario Party is always great. Super Smash Brothers is always a fun game to play with friends. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a lot of fun, and if you are into Pokemon, then Pokemon Sword and Shield is the way to go. Sarah loves Animal Crossing. So anyway, there's a ton of games you can get for this thing. And, I know a lot of people are like really serious gamers, and maybe they would prefer something like an Xbox. That's fine too, but this to me is the winner simply because I can take this this is the console. Like, this is the whole thing. So I can take it with me to work in my work bag, play during lunch, and it's a lot of fun.
It's gaming on the go.
It's gaming on the go. It's great, like if you're in a big city and you're going to be like on the subway or something, or in an Uber, like just start it up and play. It's a lot better than whatever you'd play on your phone. So the next thing, of course, for any guy is tools. But here's the thing about tools. I could sit here and give you ideas for tools all day long, right? Like this is a small screwdriver set made for working on small things like laptops or whatever. Probably if your person that you're buying for already works on laptops, they probably have this. This is a great set that I've got here from Craftsman. Again, it's great, but probably they already have it. So always, like, there's no shame in asking what somebody needs.
What do you already have and what do you need?
Exactly. Or rummaging through their stuff a little bit and finding what they have and listening to what they might need. This is something that a lot of people don't think of. I love this little thing. This is a tape measure. So it just shoots a little laser to the other side of the room, helps get good measurements without having to pull that tape measure out. So anyway, there's a lot of really cool stuff out there, but the reason I even bring any of it up is because this is stuff that people probably do need, but they're not going to be talking about all of the time. So ask them. Just ask what they might need, and don't be afraid to get them exactly what they say they need. Because I think at the end of the day, everybody would rather have something that they want than something that they already have and now have to go return, or feel weird to even bring up the fact that they have it because, well, you bought it for them and they don't want to hurt your feelings. So yeah, just ask.
Which brings me to an interesting point I wanted to ask you. So this is different probably for a lot of people, or maybe it's not. But if someone was going to buy you a gift and it was something that you need or you were going to have to buy yourself anyways, what would you want? Like for me, I love socks. I literally can't remember the last time I bought socks, but I love socks, and if someone gave me socks, I would...
Because she uses my socks.
I would not be offended at all if someone gave me socks, because I love socks and that is something that I need, and I'm sorry that I married you for your socks.
No.
You have nice socks. You're a good sock shopper.
I know, they're great, and you can use them anytime.
Thanks.
But yeah, I mean, that's a really good way of thinking about it. Is sometimes it's great to just get something that you're gonna have to buy yourself anyway, and now you don't have to. And sometimes it's time to buy something that's fun.
So what would you want? Is what I'm asking.
Oh, what would I want? I mean, socks are great. Like, you know, jeans.
I feel like your big one is that one.
Yeah, shoes are great.
You scored last Christmas on those.
So I love Adidas. Adidas is my go-to. These shoes are called Explorer. It's spelled weird. It's XPLR. And so Explorer is a great brand, like a great little line that they have. They're super lightweight. They're like that breathable, athletic-y kind of thing. And again, just super lightweight and awesome. So I've got 2 pair of these, and I'm looking to get a million more.
What's the other one that's like more canvas that you like? Superstars?
Well, Superstar is a great line as well, but I have...
Skaters? What are they called?
Business or something.
Oh, Business.
Business?
Business.
I don't know. Anyway, something like that. And then Campus is great too. I think they're more like suede maybe, but I like Campus too. Anyway, I love Adidas, and
I feel like sneakers are... Sneakers pretty much is one thing that could be on every guy's gift guide, and it would be applicable, I think, because everybody wears shoes, and sneakers are a great thing to have.
They are, and you know, it's like $50, $60, $70, $80. I want them. I'm probably not super motivated to go buy them until, and maybe this is just a guy's mentality, maybe it's just my mentality, until my last pair wears out, I'm not going to go buy another pair.
Yeah.
So it's great to have another pair in the waiting, and I can make pairs last longer because I'm not wearing the same pair every day.
And that's super customizable too if your significant other is a skater or a runner or a sneakerhead, you know, or whatever. There's tons of options there.
Another thing that I have that I've enjoyed a whole lot for road trips is this guy. So this is just a little refrigerator type deal. It's a little cooler. It also heats, but I've never really used that functionality. But it plugs into your car, cigarette lighter, and it powers this guy. So when we go on road trips, I pack this full of drinks or snacks or whatever. It has a couple of cup holders up top, so you can actually take it. It came with a strap, so you can put the strap around it, carry it around you if you go to the beach, and everything stays nice and cold. So again, there's stuff like this that you wouldn't necessarily think like, I'm gonna get you a cooler, but it comes in handy. And again, if you guys go to the beach a lot or make trips a lot.
Even go hiking, like that's a super easy thing to bring on a hike.
Exactly. So this is super handy as well. And it's just kind of like, again, no one's really gonna ask for this maybe, but it is something that's useful and something that, you know, depending on your lifestyle, you're going to get a lot of use out of.
I even like having that in the car because if we're getting cold or frozen groceries and for some reason we need to make like an extra stop before we can get home, put it in there and it'll stay a little bit colder. What's the brand on that one? And you got it on Amazon?
Yeah, I got it on Amazon. This one's Wagon Tech. And yeah, I recommend it. A couple things that I don't have to show you. that I think would be cool gifts is a drone. Drone is always cool. It's fun to fly, and especially if you can get it with a camera on it, then it's fun to just kind of mess around with and get cool shots. So I like techie type gifts too. So, you know, that kind of hits two marks. It's fun, you can fly it, it's like a toy, but at the same time it's kind of technology too. So if you really like that kind of stuff, then there you go. The word of advice for you is be careful where you fly it. I know there are some restrictions, so look into your local area about where you can and cannot fly those things. And then the other thing that I wanted to bring up is something that I love, which is movies. So everybody loves movies, and I love collecting them physically, not like just having them to stream or buying them on iTunes or Amazon or whatever.
Dustin's really big about like if there's a steelbook or like steelbook.
Mm-hmm. Or a digibook or any kind of like collector's type thing. And I've got a few of them here. These are things that I think guys might like, sort of. So Indiana Jones, it's great, it's a staple. This is a great collection to have. Lord of the Rings, I love Lord of the Rings. This is another great collection. It has the extended edition versions of these movies. So great. Rocky, everybody loves Rocky, so this is all the Rocky films. You can pick this up relatively cheap, like at Best Buy. I think I paid like $20, so this is probably the cheapest thing I've showed you so far. The Godfather trilogy, I love this guy. It comes with a ton of cool extras in it, like trivia game and all kinds of cool stuff. So anyway, there's a bunch of really cool stuff out there. Don't be afraid to get TV shows. I love Breaking Bad, so this is...
Yeah, nobody thinks to buy TV shows now because they're all on Netflix.
They're all streaming. And yes, this is on Netflix, but what's great about it is like you have it and it's kind of like you can offer, like I think this would be really cool if you buy a movie or a show for your significant other and you want to give it to them, a great little addition that doesn't cost you anything is tell them you'll watch it with them. And a lot of times that becomes like a cool little thing to do together. And then also don't feel bad about buying like kids movies for them, because I grew up on The Sandlot. I watch it every year, maybe more than once, and so this is just a fantastic little movie. And again, it's something that you can watch together or watch with kids, and you know, I think most guys love movies like this. I mean, yes, it's made for kids, but we grew up on it.
It's just a feel-good kind of throwback.
Yeah, and it's fun. So anyway, that's, you know, how I would recommend it. There obviously are different options for movies. There's DVDs and Blu-rays, and now there's 4K Ultra HD Blu-rays. You know, Blu-rays are good enough, and they're pretty cheap now. My thought is I wouldn't be investing in DVDs at this point. DVDs are lower quality than what you would find on Netflix, so I would say go to the Blu-ray at the bare minimum, and you'll kind of be comparatively to Netflix. And so anyway, that's that. The 4K stuff, that's great too, but you really have to have a 4K Blu-ray player, 4K HDMI cables, 4K television in order to get anything out of it. So most people probably don't have all of that. So Blu-ray is probably the best bet.
Fun fact is, before I met Dustin, I never ever knew there was any difference between a Blu-ray and a DVD. Okay, we have to change our battery really quick.
Yep.
There's a couple more things.
Yes, so the next thing I would say is record player. It seems weird to buy a record player in 2020, but they're coming back.
Yeah, they're super trendy.
Yeah, so grab a record player and make it a cool looking one, and get a couple starter records. So find music that he already likes, like Johnny Cash Live at Folsom. Like, this is a classic and it's great to have on vinyl, or you know, a Beatles record or something like that that you know that he's heard and will enjoy, and basically just build a collection of music that you love that now you can have physically. And like, there's just something about interacting with music physically that's cool. Like, dropping the needle on the record is just kind of a cool experience. And I don't do it nearly enough. We don't have a huge record collection, but probably for the past 2 or 3 years, it seems like I've been getting records for Christmas or birthdays or whatever. and even if I don't check them out very often, they're cool to have, and it's a cool way to just chill out to some music and, like I said, interact with it physically. So record player's a good option.
It is too, because as odd as it is, record players are super trendy, but I think that record players are trendy because new music is being released on albums. So depending on what your taste is, you might have to drop a little bit of cash for the player, but you can find plenty of records like at antique stores for 50 or 90 cents. So
Yeah.
you can get a lot of stuff for it for cheap.
Yeah, absolutely. You can build that stuff, and everyone thinks like, oh, well, if I buy like a Beatles album, it's going to be $1 million. No, I mean, go to an antique store and you can find even a Beatles
Yard
album.
sales anywhere.
Yeah, you can even find like an Elvis album for, pretty cheap. And again, it's just something to do and to collect and to have, and that's a lot of fun, I think, for anybody kind of to jump into a collection of some sort. That's a really good one to do. And again, one thing that all of this hinges on is that personalization, right? Like a Key Smart for some people doesn't make sense. A Indiana Jones Blu-ray for some people doesn't make sense. But if you find the thing that they like specifically, then it all of a sudden elevates that gift. So it's the same with the record player. Yeah, I mean, if Sarah bought me I don't know, like an Ariana Grande record,
Okay.
I'm not going to have any use for that. But if you buy me a Johnny Cash album, or you buy me a John Lennon album, or all I'm talking about is Johnny Cash and the Beatles, but if you buy me a Led Zeppelin album or whatever, like I'm going to love that. Or even like a movie soundtrack, I would love that. And again, it shows that you know that person and that you're attuned to what they enjoy. And again, it becomes a personal gift. And
Basically, yeah, these are just the shell of the gift, but you have to provide what would make it a good gift for that person.
And then lastly, on that same line is, and this kind of goes back to the shoes thing, is restaurant gift cards. When we were thinking about the list, we both thought of restaurant gift cards, partly because we love to eat and we love to go out and eat, although COVID makes things weird.
We go out to eat in the parking lot now.
Yeah, we eat in a parking lot. But the point is, like, again, it's another way you can show, I know this about you, I know you like to eat here, and I'm going to buy you a meal. And I think that that's a really great, that's just a really great gesture, that they now get something that they like, and you know that they like it, and now they kind of get the pick of the litter, because they can say, oh, I'm going to get what I love, or I'm going to try something new, and no harm, no foul, because I didn't buy it. And it's really great, again, to just throw in that personal touch and say, I bought you these things. One thing is, I'm buying you a date night, essentially.
Yeah.
Let's go to your favorite pizza place, or let's go to whatever. And one thing I throw in there is, because of the situation in the world right now, the small restaurants, the locally owned places have been hurting. Hopefully they're recovering, but they've been hurting. So if there's like a small hole in the wall place that you guys love to eat that's independently owned and operated, ask them if they have a gift certificate and buy that for your person. And so that's a great way to support a business and a great way for your person to have something that they are going to enjoy.
One of the best ideas I ever saw for a gift was to get a wallet, so that's one gift, and then you fill it with a bunch of gift cards for places, because that way, and that could be like a restaurant, or it could be like Adidas website, or Zappos, or like whatever, so that you get a couple good things, but you get to kind of pick things that you would be spending money on already, and you kind of get to personalize it.
That's a good idea. So grab the Nomadic wallet, fill it with gift cards.
I always think a really good gift is something that either you were going to buy yourself anyways, or something that if you had like no limits, you would buy yourself. That doesn't necessarily mean expensive. It just means like, if I didn't have to think about spending money on myself, what would I be getting?
Yeah.
Not like, I like this thing, so I'm going to get it for you because I like it.
There's two schools of thought. Like when I buy a gift for Sarah, either it's something that she has said she wanted, like a pair of socks, right? Or she needs a pair of socks, but she's not going to buy it for herself because she has a bunch of other things to buy. or it's something that's fun, right? Like she saw this cute plush toy and, oh, that would be really cute, and I'd put it in the room or whatever, and okay, but she's not going to buy it because that's, you know, superfluous money. It's money that doesn't need to be spent because I have bills or whatever. And so I'll buy that not because she needs it, but because she wanted it and she's not going to treat herself to it. So Christmas can also be a way to treat somebody to something like a little silly.
Just because gift, or yeah, exactly how you said at the beginning, just like a kid at heart kind of makes you feel giddy about it.
And I think a lot of people are that way, like in even stoic guys sometimes. It's like with the Sandlot, if you just remind them of something that's fun and something they enjoyed when they were a kid or whatever, it's just fun to get. I was talking to somebody recently who said that their fiance had just dropped like $50 on Ninja Turtle toys on eBay, and it's like, we don't need these things, but they make us feel fun, like it's fun to have, and we're not going to sit down in the room and play with them like we used to, but it's a reminder of
that
feeling. And so it's just cool to like have a collection of something that you have at one time enjoyed.
What are some practical gift ideas that you would appreciate?
Like tools and that kind of stuff around the house that you do need, like a shovel or a ladder or whatever. They're not fun, flashy
getting
gifts.
Getting a shovel is never like, oh great, a shovel. We have realized, we did a couple projects over the summer and just over this year with quarantine and everything, and we were like, we do not own a shovel. Like, you would be surprised, people that, especially newlyweds, we've been married not like a few days or a few months, we've been married a long time now.
Long time.
Even being married a long time, we have some things that you don't really think about registering for that are practical things that you actually do end up needing.
Yes, so that falls in that category.
So maybe like housewares, you think?
Yeah.
You would appreciate having some like house stuff.
Yeah. Because again, I don't have to go to Home Depot and buy it.
Yeah, I was going to say sidebar. I know we're going back to the gift card, but even a Home Depot or Lowe's gift card is like...
Yeah.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
So that's it, I guess. Is that it?
I think so.
You ran this show today. I just got to sit back and watch you.
Sorry.
No, I liked it. So hopefully that gave you guys some ideas, and basically, I guess if you had to take anything away from this video, it's just to know your people, to be able to personalize, but I think these are really great ideas, and some of them, I don't know, you just have to test the waters and see. The Key Smart, I knew that Dustin wanted, so that wasn't like a big thing, but I feel like he has definitely used it and loved it and loved it and loved it. Dustin and I are sort of similar in the way that if we have something that we love, like when that broke, I kind of felt like this could go one of two ways. Either he's like, that's it and we're not using the Key Smart anymore, or like we need to get on it and
get another one.
And it was get on it and get another one. The beard balm that I got Dustin, I crack up every single night pretty much before bed. Dustin's in there like putting it on and like making sure everything looks good. And you know, that isn't necessarily something that when I first met Dustin, I would have been like, beard balm, that's what you're into. So you have to take a little bit of...
I'm not into it.
Yeah, but you're into it.
But I like that one.
Yeah. I'll give you another little set of it.
Okay.
So I hope this was helpful for you guys. I'm going to try to film a girls gift guide as well. I feel like girls are easier to shop for. Maybe that's because I'm a girl, but I'm just thinking this whole time watching Dustin talk, if I had to buy his dad something right now, I have no idea what I would get your dad.
You just have to ask.
I know.
That's the thing, is like...
I don't like to ask. I like to be able to guess really good.
Yeah. Well, that too. But it's an educated guess based on what you know about him and that sort of thing. So it's like, oh, he likes to drink coffee, so maybe I can get him like a coffee something. And, you know, it's like search everything in your mind of like, what do I know about this person? And, you know, yeah.
Hopefully come up with something.
Right.
Do you have any last words?
Bye.
Okay. We're
Got
probably
these lights.
going to go get something yummy to eat.
Not probably.
We are definitely going to. We're going to get, not sushi, I keep saying sushi because it's from...
Hibachi.
Yeah, it's hibachi. We're very excited and I want to take a nap. It looks like it's 6 p.m. outside right now. What time do you think it is? Oh, you looked.
Sorry.
I think it's 3:48.
You're not far off.
That's 4.
4 o'clock.
It looks so dark outside, doesn't it?
It does.
It's very sleepy weather.
It is.
We're gonna see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow if Dustin will be here. Thanks for helping.
Thank you. I mean, I'll be here.
You'll be here. You might not be in the video tomorrow. We don't know.
Right.
You'll have to come back tomorrow. And
I'll just walk through.
That'll be your special present.
I'll be a Hitchcock cameo in every video. Where's Waldo? Where's Weldon?
Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.